All right, so Coach, just talk about the big event this weekend, the Jacks taking on the alumni.
Yeah, we're really excited about what's happening this Saturday at 2:30 in the Lumberjack Arena. We've got some great players returning, alumni. Brian Morris, Brandon Sperling, Zach Tiedemann, Baxter, Kevin Atkins, Ernie Spada, Will Shewfield, Isaac Gilday, and DJ Broom are all coming back and are going to take the floor and be a formidable challenge for the Lumberjacks. We feel that this experience will give us some preparation going to Cal and St. John. So we feel like this is a great event, not only for our players and coaches to compete against such a high level, but it's also going to be a special treat for the community.
Yeah, it's always that difficult time when you see seniors playing their final game at Lumberjack Arena, and you can see has an effect on the player, the fans. Now they get a chance to see their favorite Jacks once again.
A lot of favorite Jacks coming back, and I think that there'll be a lot of interaction before the game, after the game. We're going to have a dinner party after the game. I just think it's going to be a great event and a real good chance for people to come back to the arena and see these players. Definitely spur some great memories of some championships in the last 15 years that we've had here at Humboldt. So I just think it's going to be an extremely exciting event. Give DJ Broom a lot of credit for reaching out to these players and lining this up.
You know, for you guys, we could practice on your belts, and I'm sure they want to face other opponents rather than just facing teammates. So for you guys, how important is this leading up to that first exhibition game, facing people we're not used to?
We've been training against each other since August, whether it's in the weight room or agilities or open gym. And then after this last week of practice, we're certainly ready to see a new face on the other side of the ball. So having our alumni come back certainly will give us some intensity out on the court to see if we can execute our plays and see defensively if we can keep these guys in front of us and stay composed during a game-like environment.
I'll ask you one team question. It just seems like the fall sports semester, the injury bug, it started with the football program and now it's kind of got in, unfortunately, to the basketball program. Can you update us now on just the status of just, I guess, some injuries that have happened?
It's unfortunate. We've lost Austin Bryan, our arguably best player, all-conference player coming back. He's out with an ACL for the year. Rocky Brown's out for the year with an ACL. He just had surgery on Friday. We lost Ethan Dillard, who's probably our best shooter on the team, to a broken elbow. He's out for the season. And Jacob Cheek, who is also on the roster as a JC transfer, he's out with a broken foot. So we have 4 key players out, and we're going to put a positive spin on that, and we're going to take a look at these 5 freshmen that we have, and not only going to make the team, but they're going to be thrown in for valuable minutes and certainly have an opportunity to start on this basketball team throughout the season. So they're going to gain incredible experience throughout the next 4 or 5 months. And coming back as sophomores with that under their belt, these other 4 players back with us next year as junior or senior status will be very good in the future.
How important now with those injuries to the returners and having a really young team, practices, exhibition games, how important, especially for these guys in the program now that there's so much inexperience?
A lot of inexperience, a lot of turnovers going on in practice right now, a lot of misfirings as far as taking care of the basketball. Defensively, we're giving good effort, we're playing hard. I think these upcoming games, the alumni game, the 2 exhibitions, plus the Academy of Art and Dominican games, the 4 games and 11-day road trip that we have faced in front of us at this point, is going to be a whirlwind, a little bit of a tornado. As a coaching staff, I feel confident that we'll stay poised. We'll see the future in hand, meaning the CC2A conference starts in December. So we need to get over this first tidal wave experience with these young kids that we have on the program.
Obviously, Austin's one of your most experienced guys. So, what does that mean, just from a leadership experience point of view, to lose somebody like him? Obviously, the points and everything comes along with it, but just from an experience and leadership point of view, how much does losing Austin mean to this team?
Yeah. Austin will be in every practice. He'll be in every team meeting. He'll be at every home game. He won't practice. He won't travel with us. However, his voice and demeanor and leadership qualities will be in the locker room with us throughout the season. So we won't lose contact with Austin Bryant, but he certainly won't be helping us out on the floor in those huddles during the game. He'll be taking a back seat during those hours. So I do believe Alan Guay, our new point guard, has the ability, even as a newcomer, to take on the leadership qualities of his basketball team.
And obviously, week worth of practice is not the biggest sample size, but how do you think your two D1 guys have looked thus far? Obviously they're pretty much in the same boat as freshmen, adjusting to a new place and a new system.
I'm focusing on the freshmen right now as far as building for the future and taking a look at what we can do in the future with these freshmen, but giving them definitely minutes and great playing time this season. But our two D1 transfers are playing at a high level. I do think they'll produce some points, some much needed points without my two shooters or three shooters gone with injuries right now. Mackey's playing great. He's a high flyer, versatile player. He can defend 3 or 4 different positions. He can shoot from the outside. He can certainly slash and score. Very good passer too off the bounce.
Especially obviously the new circumstance with Austin being out. What are these next couple weeks with the road trip to Cal and to St. John's in the beginning of the season? What does it mean for these freshmen? Obviously they're going to be thrown into the fire pretty much right off the bat. Even more so now with injuries.
I like our team camaraderie. We get along well. They're a spirited group. They're a hard-working group. I do believe they're smart on the floor, especially this freshman. Everything that we throw at them, they're sponge-like. They adapt to everything we're throwing at them, whether it's offensive schemes or defensive schemes. They're doing a very good job adapting to it. I think they're a talented group, our freshmen are. And we can look forward to what they're going to have, how they're going to progress over the next couple of years.
And just, how do you think things have progressed? Obviously, it's the first week, things are going to be a little sloppy, but how do you think things have gone these first, 7-8 days of practice?
Well, after the first day of practice where we had 3 major injuries, the following days have been good. They're working hard, they are dedicated, they're making the right choices as far as being on time, they listen well, they're sharp, they transition well from drill to drill. I like the atmosphere a lot. There's a very good gut feeling on who we are as a program. I think they make the right choices on the court, and I'm really confident what they're doing in the classroom right now, and they're doing a good job off the court in the community. I think they'll make the right choices, stay out of trouble. I think in the community, I know they already have gone to a few clinics. They've helped out other youth in the area as far as youth clinics, and I like them. My bottom line is I really like this group, and they're fun to coach.